Hey, morning guys. Welcome back to the Project Shira Rushiv with another video podcast. And we're going to cover a long awaited item here. The main topic of this particular video is going to be this remaining bunch of receipts, the last batch that I hopefully will ever cover for a good long ass time. There is some paperwork here as well that's just fairly recent, but mostly it's the receipts and behind a little bag that I want to cover. So that's what we're going to take care of. And of course, we're going to start off with the main highlight. This is slice of life in real life, IRL, SOL. So what are the three questions that we should start off with? Just asking all of you first, what's the main highlight of your day? What was something that you'd like to share that you thought was fairly important in your day? Just checking in, with each other. Let me know. Post on the YouTube comments or Discord or Reddit. Secondly, what is the main frustration or something, it could be negative basically, that you want to just vent and get off your chest. No privacy or confidentiality, nothing, no details that you don't feel comfortable revealing. And if there isn't anything you want to vent, well, all the better, I suppose, because that means no news is good news, right? When it comes to negative stuff. And third, last but not least, I always have to forget about this one once in a while, is if you have something that's relevant to the topic at hand, which again is the last batch of financial transactions and paperwork, feel free to share that as well. Or you can swap that one out for some sort of funny meme or joke and just lighten everything up. Yeah, a little bit of Andrew Schultz here, it doesn't hurt once in a while. So that's pretty much it. Introduction, a little bit slice of life in real life, mishmashed, create this, be authentic, be our paradox. Basically grandpa's slice of life lessons for orphans without a proper role model, because you may not have blood, you may not have family, and you may not have a place to be, no home. So with that being said, of course, one side covers health and finance, relationships, jobs, employment, business. The other covers, far more interesting aspects in some degree, like self-improvement and content creation and artificial intelligence and other sorts of planning and productivity topics, stoicism, for example. All right, so that being said, let's get right to it. I'm really just trying to clear the desk. If I move the camera around to the side, you can see that, it's, well, you can't really see it, sorry, it's mostly facing me right now. But just trust me when I say that the standing desk is almost cleared and we're just trying to get rid of everything else that's remaining. So this is the first of 3 batches that I need to take care of, and then there'll be one video on the furniture itself once I'm taking apart all the electronics. But we're gonna start off with the receipts. So these are all the remaining receipts that I have accumulated over a short period of time that I've been very unhappy with, but it's all got to do with food. So first of all, we have, and by the way, we had the 2 receipts from Domino's and the previous dollar store purchase, have all been added over to our income tax spreadsheet. So first of all, it looks like there's like 15 receipts here. We'll start off with Metro. Very tame, just financial stuff. So groceries, this one covers irresistibles, spicy pickled chips, so some unhealthy stuff, as well as some healthier stuff like green bananas. So this one's for 80 cents, the chips for $1.50. There seems to be some sort of coconut water here for $2, and usually they buy the coconut water that has less sugar. So I remember this had, for half a liter or 500 mils, it had about 25 grams of sugar, I believe, which isn't great, but it's not bad either. And then there was something else too. It seems like a vanilla cream. I don't know what that is. Cookies, 60 cents for cookies. So that's the first receipt down right here. Okay. I noticed, by the way, that for some reason the music is playing good. I'll keep an eye out for any ads, by the way. I noticed that they really tend to stifle out what I say, and I'm trying to keep the mic a little bit closer here. A little bit further down, I know now how important it is that I speak steadily, um, maybe with a little bit expressiveness, but also it's important to be steady, and also to have the gain here increased a little bit higher, because I do tend to speak a little bit more quietly as I'm inside the current household. So I'll put this down. The next one is Walmart. How do we do today? Seems like there's a bunch of receipts here. I think I'll just cover all the Walmart receipts at the same time. So I'm going to sort them out a little bit better. Okay, we'll cover the cheap ones all at the same time. So we have about 1, 2, 3, 4 Dollarama receipts and Whopper. Okay. So after the Metro receipt, we can start covering just a single receipts. So there's a one single Burger King receipt here. Sorry for the noise, guys. And this one, because the mic picks up all the rustling papers, but this one seems to cover some sort of food. I can't remember what it is. There we go. The Whopper melt. The Whopper melt is for $8, so $7.99. I remember Googling this up because I wanted to see what the ingredients are, because it looks very unhealthy. Basically, it was just French toast. And sandwiched in between was jalapeno peppers and patty and cheese, so it's very unhealthy. Anyways, it's very different from the regular Whopper. I didn't expect there to be basically no vegetables, so I wasn't too happy about that. But anyways, we tried that, and we also tried a peach mango drink lemonade. So both of these are new items, or items that I've never tried before, so it's definitely just for a meal that was kind of I don't know, we could say a bit for entertainment purposes. Third one, Future Bakery and Cafe. So this is from Front Street. This one I have no idea. It's $15.66, and this potentially could be with my cousin. Right, so I bought this with my cousin, and this gives it real networking capabilities, so I might be able to claim this, I suppose, for $15.66. Yeah, that was when my cousin was coming to visit. Again, all these receipts here, I know there's some, I'm supposed to focus mostly on the finances, but once in a while there are some events and some memories, and that's really where the highlight comes from. So this one is with my cousin, and he was just visiting after coming back in from he flew in from a different province. So again, no countries or provinces or states mentioned, but basically he came in from a different province. So that's about $16. I don't think I'll claim it after all. I already claimed enough food anyways. All right. Walmart. I don't want to do Walmart yet, guys. I want to do Dollarama ones first. Okay. So, just kind of sifting through here, making sure that there's nothing left. Oh, here's another one. Here's a single Domino's pizza receipt for $22.35. This was a 2 sides, a mix and match deal. You can buy 2 sides, and I think at that day, right, the main highlight was I was dropping over some clothing donations. So over to a community agency. Clothing I've been trying to get rid of. I think of like Red Cross for a while now. And nearby was also a Freedom Mobile, Telus, and a Fido. And I was deliberating on which one I would go to get a new plan at the time for my new phone number. Anyways, after that, I decided to drop by and try my first time in my entire life, Domino's Pizza. And ironically, we went to Domino's Pizza for the first time in our lives, and we didn't buy pizza. We just bought their mix and match 2 sides together, and it was great. It was fucking amazing. I want to get that for my sibling one of these days. But anyways, it's like some kind of like melted butter chicken. It was so good. It was so good. And there was also like penne pasta with tomatoes and green peppers. So anyways, put that to the side. Another one that is a Hanata. I'll save this receipt for last because it's quite important. Or maybe we'll start off now. So I can see, I'm just gonna divvy this up here. What's left remaining after covering those 4 receipts? Those are all single and mostly restaurants. The rest here are all either from Walmart, which has about 6 receipts, or all from Dollarama. Sorry, there's one here for McDonald's. And with exception of 2 more food things. So one of them is McDonald's and another one is something called a Bing's. And I really want to cover that before I cover the batch receipts here because it's very important. So first of all, McDonald's, we'll just finish this up. 2 baked apple pies and 1 iced coffee, $1.50, $2, all together for $3.66 after tax. Put that to the side. All this stuff we can't claim. So this one is really exciting here. So you can see this receipt's a little bit delicious looking. It's got this red plaid pattern on the very back. Order number 662, Bing's Crispy Burger. And this is a newly renovated store at the, it's not local, I was gonna say local, but it's at a shopping mall. It's for $15, $10.15. And black pepper beef and 1 Coke. So 1 and 1, so yeah, anyways, this is my first time ever eating there and it's a brand new open. And I usually avoid that place, honestly, because when it gets popular, it gets really populated. And at the time, I was experiencing a lot of public harassment. There was a lot of, I could almost like sue someone for this. Jesus, this household has been ridiculous. But the slander really took a hold. Like it was actually becoming, it went from gossip to rumors to slander. Random people on the street who were believing all these horrible things that the landlord here has been spreading about me, as well as her in-laws. We called the cops on them now, so we've got the authorities on our side now. Anyways, order number 662. So one night we decided to stop over there after it got real quiet, and I didn't have a place to go again because I'm just trying to avoid this place. So I stayed over there for the mall until around 10 p.m. That's about closing time. It was like 8:30. I bought for the first time, I think, black pepper beef. It was interesting because like Chinese food is usually in the form of noodles, but they put it inside a sandwich, so it was really interesting. And I sat down there, by the way, and there was some light conversation as other people were curious and they stopped by, and because I look kind of all sorts of weird. And they just want to see, you know, what is this guy doing, you know? And eventually they just sound, oh, he just likes being here because it's quiet. And you're goddamn fucking right, and it's just a quiet, peaceful place where people will leave you alone. So why don't you sit down here and you just take a look at the sights and have a conversation, look at your phone, which is exactly what they did. And later on, there's also an interesting person who was working, moving some shipping materials here. And because he saw me there, he's like, you know, oh, this guy's got like some kind of gear, no one's gonna touch our wares. He decided to leave his carts of, basically it was like one of those like luxury and like clothing retailers, and he just left 2 full carts of wares there because he just knew that nobody would come here and touch it if I was sitting there. It's like, it works out well. You left me alone. I can watch over your stuff. And that was like, again, that's like 9:30, almost right before the shopping mall was closing. So I thought that was kind of fun. All right, so that's not really the main highlight. That's the story behind it, but there's actually this. So with this receipt came this amazing bag because we purchased something to eat, black pepper beef, and came this bag, and you can tell it's in simplified Chinese. It says on the other side, quality you can hear, from Bing's. And this bag is so nice, and it has the same kind of branding colors that the project that I'm using currently would have. It's like white and red. So it's a paper bag, it's a really thick, and I would like to be able to reuse this if I unfold it. So I'm gonna place it down, and what I'm gonna say is that that's something that I actually intend on keeping, of course. So I'm gonna store this away into one of those bags, paper bags within a bag behind me, and hopefully we can get somewhere with that. Okay. Next. So finally we get to Dollarama receipts, and then we'll get to Walmart receipts, and there's a huge bundle of them. At this point, I don't really need to go into high detail because most of this kind of stuff is just, you know, it's just Dollarama. It's a dollar store. So the first receipt from Dollarama is 4.29 cents. I can see there are batteries here, 125 with an eco fee of 5 cents. Fuck eco. Pretzel candy. It's just kind of like Reese's basically. So overall, it's just 2 items here for pretzels and Reese's and batteries. Batteries for the security camera that we've taken down because we need to install into the next unit. Second receipt from Dollarama is Gatorade and peanut peg bag. I don't know what the peanuts are. $2.50. Oh, that's another Reese's Pieces and another Gatorade. Again, just drinks without sugar and light snack that does have sugar. $4.24. Oh, $4.50 again. This one here is from Dollarama once again. It's also got Reese's Pieces. It seems like a common theme. I always get Reese's Pieces of some form, whether it's pretzels or caramel or just the classic peanut butter cup. We have also, however, this one here has some stationary equipment. So we have Suave cocktail napkins. So this is plus a spray alcohol. So this one here is particularly important for $5.93 in total, $5.93. Basically, I could not find any alcohol wipes. They were constantly being sold out. So since I go to the library, I use the public libraries. I like to wipe down the keyboards and the mouse and the desktop. And the desk. So what I decided to do was I took some rubbing alcohol from the dollar store. It was, I believe it was like 30 to 70%. I can't remember which. I think it's 70%. And then just spray it on the napkin, spray a little bit on the table, and then just wipe it down very quickly because the alcohol does evaporate. So I use the napkins, I use the alcohol, and I wipe it down. So that kind of slightly desanitizes everything. Not desanitizes, disinfects and sanitizes. All right. It's a very makeshift solution. It's not the best way to do it. Again, if we had wipes, we would use that instead. Next thing we have here is Dollarama. Oh, I noticed the volume's a little bit high. This one's from Dollarama. Once again, the second last receipt here has a bunch of items. This one's expensive, $16.95, so $17. And I can tell this one we spent a lot of money on other things that we may have to claim, actually. I'm not sure, man, for the project, huh? Okay, so let's run through it. So there's some food here. There's a peanut, again, Reese's Pieces. There's an electrolyte drink. And then over here, we have a bunch of 4 items that are heavily involved in cleaning. So unfortunately, I might have to include this also as a stationary receipt. So the first one is a Clorox wipe. So this is those wipes I was thinking of using to wipe down the library, but I can't do that because the Clorox wipes are actually not safe for use with skin contact. It's an irritant. So that didn't pan out too well. Also, it's quite expensive for just 15 wipes. I'm not buying that again. The cleaning puck was for the toilet. You toss those inside the toilet bowl at my new place. And then just, after 250 flushes, you gotta replace it, but basically it cleans everything automatically. And then there's a painter's tool, 2 painter's tool. There's one painter's tool, where you can just scrape off any remaining paint or the corners. And then there's a window scraper, so specifically for the window to scrape off any gunk. And these were quite expensive. The painter's tool was $4.50, about $5 after tax, and a window scraper was only about $3. But the point is, I can see that between the cleaning wipes and the cleaning puck and the painter's tools, it's about $10, and I could probably claim that actually as an office stationery. I had to debate on that because it's for the project technically. Anyways, next one, the last Dollarama receipt covers more cleaning equipment as well. A broom handle for $1.50, a broom refill head for $2.25, and a pine sol for wiping down the floors, disinfecting the floors, cleaning the floors for $3. And then Reese's Pieces once again, so a total of $10.45. But when it comes to the cleaning equipment, it will price $7. Wouldn't claim this because it's very clearly just for cleaning. You know what? I don't think I'll claim either one. Even the window scraper and the painter's tool is a reach. You could say that maybe you're using for a project, but it sounds a whole lot more like it's for it's a lot more just for residents. It's a hard sell, long story short. I'll debate on this as I'm leaving. This is the only receipt that we're going to consider using for tax purposes. All right, let's run through all the Walmart receipts now. And some of these receipts we may want to keep because I believe that the rules and regulations allow you to go up to 7 days for the receipts. But I think most of these are over a week. Yeah, I see the date here is July the 3rd. That's 3 weeks ago, so probably have to toss them out. Anyways, Walmart. First one out of 6 at least has some sort of barbecue nuts, I think, for $2.68, about $3. And then there's a Powerade drink for $1. Again, no sugar, and yogurt pretzels for $3. So that's just a snack. Overall, it's about $7.55, and that's our first receipt down. Sorry, I'm just picking something up. My hair. Shouldn't do that. Put that down to the side. Walmart, next one. Grace plantain chips. We bought 2 of those. These are the ones that are green plantain chips, so lots of fiber, 9 grams of fiber per package, and it's for 97 cents. So $2 there, and then another $2 for Powerade, $1 each, 1 grape, 1 fruit punch. So total $4.45. One of the most healthy receipts I ever purchased because it's literally just 2 bags of fiber and 2 bags of sugarless drinks for only $5. And then a third receipt here. This one's from Powerade grape again. Just getting just something to hydrate, keep myself hydrated. 710 milliliters just for $1. You can't really get any better than that. And a Comet powder, which is for cleaning the floors, $1.69. Okay, total receipt, $3.04, $3.04. Next one we have 7 receipts here from Walmart, turns out. So 2 Grace plantain chips once again, and a Powerade grape, very similar purchase, almost exactly the same, $3.32. Grace plantain chips once again, 97 cents, and the orange Powerade once again for $1. So together after tax, $2.23. You can see a recurring trend here. It's always the same items. Again, another one. 2 Grace plantain chips, same brand, same thing, 9 grams of fiber, 85 grams in total. 2 of them. And then a Powerade orange once again, $1.13 after tax. We're just flipping through all of these, man. And then the last one here, Powerade orange, just Powerade orange, a single receipt, a single item for this receipt, $1.13. And we can wrap that up. So we have all these receipts here, and they're all fucking useless. Probably about 20 of them. And I'm just going to scrunch them up. I'm going to tear them down the middle, just for comedic effect right now. Not comedic effect, for the purposes of this video, we can do so right now. So in 3, 2, 1, I'll let the microphone capture the sound. And let's go again. Vertically. Okay. And we're going to do this with the other receipts as well, but of course we're just doing it for show. Okay. So we have manually shredded the receipts, but we're going to take it a notch further and just rip them in half as well, horizontally. Then we're just going to mix them up a little bit, and these receipts will then be tossed into the trash or into the bin. Okay, and that's that, you know. So we're gonna do the same thing here with this. Obviously, maybe I'll pause the video and get that done. And restart. So now these receipts are all torn up, and those are the food, and here's all the Walmart and Dollarama. We're just gonna mix it together, right? Split up, and it's all garbage. 100% garbage. Every single receipt here is just garbage. And we're gonna toss this into recycling, and we're gonna sprinkle some into garbage, just kind of split them up into different locations. All right, so that's the main highlight here, really, honestly speaking. And I can tell it's about 25 minutes in. Don't really want to push it any further. But basically, that's all the receipts here on this Bings. We'll keep the paper bag. And I think I was holding on to something else at the beginning of this video. So I'm just going to say that, for example, there was some other stuff I want to cover, and I don't think I have enough time, but let me think about this for a moment. I think this is relevant. So, for example, I'm trying to get rid of as much of the paperwork as I can, but that's going to be in the next two videos. Maybe not, maybe not. No, I'm not. I mean, what I mean is I'm not going to record it right now, but sure. Why don't we do this? Since we just covered Walmart right now, here's a card, a gift card for Walmart that I received from volunteering at my senior's home during the pandemic. There was a virtual meeting. It was about like 2 years ago, maybe more, right before the pandemic started. I mean, just while the pandemic had just begun, and we weren't on full lockdown yet. So this card here, I've scratched up the back. The code is revealed. I have already scanned this and used it up, but basically it's a $25 gift card, and that's very nice. So I can probably throw this away now. It's not of any use. But if you ever need to, you could keep this actually and load it with more money. I'm just not going to do that. It's very easy to use. All you got to do is just scan it, like you would scan a regular item at self-checkout. So it's super easy to use it, but I don't have any purpose for this anymore, so I'm gonna toss it away. Unless I could gift it to someone else, but oh, there's an idea. Gift card for somebody else. Nah, I already scratched at the back, so there's not a whole lot of point in doing that. Yeah, it's all right. That being said, is there anything else I need to do here? Speaking of food, why don't we just cover any food remaining? So there's only one bottle here of water from Spring Water Selection brand, class 2 item. I was actually in the morning just now with my sibling and talking about some pointers and direction to take in terms of job applications, and that's about it. Generic resume. Again, privacy confidentiality. I'm not going to say any more than that. So one of my siblings asked for help, so I decided to give them a little bit of some feedback, which usually I'm not that good at giving feedback anyways. I don't know, or maybe I am. I'm not sure. I think that's about it. So that's all the food. That's all the receipts, and I'm going to save this for next. Speaking of which, maybe it is worth pointing out that I'm just trying to get rid of as much as I can, because let me show you guys how much paperwork I have in the next video, which I'm probably not going to record now, right? I think I'm going to leave most likely, but there's all this paperwork, and that's only half of it. There's another bundle. So if I can, I'm just going to say this is also a sticky note that is related to the Domino's pizza I was talking about last 2 videos ago, where I ran into the police officer and detailed to him the not just the public harassment, but the domestic abuse and residential abuse I was receiving. And so at that time, 2 days beforehand, I actually was just at the back. I mentioned at the storage, which it's very, very nice to have my unit that close to law enforcement services. So anyways, that's the slip that the officer over there wrote down, and basically she's like, I came there asking for someone to lend an ear so that at least there would be no surprises if something happens and the situation escalates. And all she did is said, you're not really exactly in the right location. You come from a different district or different region. So she wrote me a number here, and this is the non-emergency line. All right, so that's that. So I can tear this up as well because I already have the number down, and I believe so. But that's all recyclable garbage. So thanks for tuning in, and that's it for this particular video podcast. I think I have to leave now. I think because there was some sort of plan to go and basically do some kind of recording for Muscle Up or something like that. That's something else that I'm not going to mention at all. Basically some fitness stuff. All right. See you guys. Thanks for tuning in. And, oh yeah, thanks to the subscribers and stuff. Again, leave your comments, your thoughts. I should do that myself. Honestly, I just don't do it often enough. I need to start getting the habit of posting, the 3 questions into the comments of each video. Yeah, see you guys there.